Every big leaguer goes to spring training with certain expectations. Most of us hope for the best. Some fear the worst. At the start of the '91 season, the experts picked us to finish last or next to last, but what do they know? And I'll tell you one thing, no one could have predicted the wild ride we were about to go on.
No, he drops the ball! Coming in to score!
And they don't want to get buried early.
That young man has to really be excited.
It's not a happy day.
Extra scores. Phillies lead.
Oh, he's hurt.
Yeah.
He's hurt. Oh, no.
And for the National League at first base.
Swing and a long drive to deep center field. That's why they call him the Wild Thing.
It's gone! The Phillies beat the Pirates!
One of the guys said this season had more ups and downs than a roller coaster.
The Phils have dropped 7 in a row.
12th consecutive win for the fighting Phils.
2 runs in, 3 runs are in.
All I can say is, what a ride. I'm John Kruk, and this is the story of the 1991 Phillies.
Hold your nose and hold it tight. Pittsburgh Pirates are on your right. Let's go. Come on.
Oh, I love this part of spring training. Not that I need to work out or anything. After a grueling off-season of conditioning, I'm already in mid-season shape. These guys are just jealous, especially Lenny. They work out all year long and they still can't look like me.
You better back up if you want to get all in.
Now, is that the portrait of a big league ball player or what?
You're a much better player. The fatter you get, the better you hit them. You might be the best fat player I've ever seen.
Now, I'm not much on history, but wasn't there another fat guy who was a pretty good hitter? Babe something or other? I'm the only guy that can hit 300 8 months pregnant.
Beautiful.
Uh-huh. Ham and cheese omelet.
Does that help you increase your weight shift?
Weight distribution is the key to hitting, as you know. I start with a little backswing, and it rolls back, and then when I come through the ball, it...
I see ya, Kruk!
I slipped. A little hook.
The thing is, hitting 300 kind of describes my golf game, too.
Perfection at its best.
Here comes Uncle Bill. Oh, my. Looked like Uncle Bill just dropped a little birdie on us there. He's probably happy. Maybe I should ask him for a raise right now, huh? Give us a replay on the putt.
It was dead in the hole from the time he hit the ball, right in the backside. Kalunka.
There you have it. Uncle Bill, I got a question. Are you real happy about that putt?
Yes, sir. It's kind of routine for me. I've been sinking those 20-footers most of the day, really.
But are you happy? Are you in a good mood right now?
I'm in a very good mood. You want an extension in your contract?
A raise, be nice.
Okay.
Being from West Virginia, we don't get to see these too often. But if we scan to our right, you will see a live alligator. Mr. Alligator. Mr. Alligator. Hey, we're out of here. Let's go. But there are other exotic species to be found in the Florida waters, as our own Bubba Leach found out.
Welcome to the lifestyles of the rich and not so famous. We're here with Steve Lake, Phillies catcher. Steve, how did you get this petroleum-propelled palace to spring training?
Well, it wasn't easy. We had to put in about a 5-year advance on this spot here, and when it came through, we were pretty tickled, and my dad helped me drive it on out.
Steve, as we pulled up here, we noticed you were fishing lakeside. Would the lakeside property be quite a bit more, or just about the same?
Well, like I said, 5-year wait on this. It was, we're pretty pleased to get it, and it's nice waking up and looking out your window and seeing that kind of water, and the wind hitting over it, making those little sounds you need to fall asleep by or just want to relax. So we're pretty thrilled we got the water property.
This magnificent mobile menagerie is Steve Lake's home away from home, proving once again that spring training lodgings do not have to be 6 weeks in a hotel room. This has been Bubba Leach with the lifestyles of the rich and not so famous.
Are you playing today in the lineup?
Uh-huh.
You have your game face on?
No. April 8th. April 8th.
You look good. Can we get just a facial shot and zoom in on him, video?
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Jack Russell Memorial Stadium here in sparkling Clearwater, Florida for another Phillies spring training. My new broadcast partner this spring is Kane Callis. Kane, how do you think the Phillies are going to do this year?
Well, Uncle Whitey, I think the new pitching coach, Johnny Padres, might help turn around that young pitching staff. In fact, I see another no-no in my crystal ball. And you can bet the house the Cropper will be hitting him out of here all season long.
Smart kid. And speaking of kids, by the end of spring training, we were all going a little nuts.
Ah, my car!
They make us sit still for pictures before we head north. Check out this motley crew.
All right, give me a little smile.
Being a country boy, I've never felt all that comfortable in New York City. And we were all just thrilled to hear the chairman of our opening day welcome committee would be Doc Gooden. Everyone wants to get off to a good start, so it's real easy to focus on opening day, especially against the Mets. Terry Mulholland looked relaxed, even though it was his first opening day assignment, and the dude looked like he'd been to a New York barber. Nick Leva had to be feeling the pressure getting off to a good start, since we'd already lost Ken Howe, who was supposed to be our opening day starter. But Lee Thomas finally got us the closer he'd been after all spring, Mitch Williams. We knew he'd help our bullpen, only problem was, he wanted my number.
Switch your numbers.
Nah, I gave it to him. I'm such a nice guy.
It'll be Terry Mulholland for the Phils and the doctor, Doc Gooden for New York. Lenny Dykstra will lead off for the Phils as the 91 season is ready to begin.
It was the kind of pitching duel we expected. The Mets were up 1-0 in the fourth when they pulled off one of those plays that makes you want to kick yourself.
Runner goes from first. Dalton throws. Other runner coming to the plate, and he scores!
We lost the opener 2-1 on a Little League play. And the next day, it was Jason Grimsley's turn.
Number 9. We're in the 5th inning. Hard hit, base hit! Over to third base goes Kruk. They're going to try to score him. Brooks's throw. Safe. Phillies lead 1-0.
Field, Lenny Dykstra is going to crank up. He'll throw to the plate. And out at home plate. A great throw by Dykstra. A great block at the plate and tag by Dalton. What a superb throw by Lenny, who has nailed 2 Met runners in this series.
Roger McDowell was 1 out away from nailing down our first win.
Hit to deep left center field. This game is tied on a Rick Cerrone home run. Can you believe it?
Then in the 10th, UB Brooks hit another solo shot to end it. We'd lost 2 brutal 1-run games, and now we were desperate to leave New York with a win, no matter how ugly.
And catches the ball, not all that confidently, but but he did make the play. Dickey Fine backpedaling, gives way now, and the ball drops. What's going on? Uh-oh, he threw it behind him. That ball was behind Coleman's legs. Long drive, right field, going over, and fair ball dropped. 1 run's in, 2 runs in, 3 runs are in. Oh, brother.
Mitch Williams was looking for his first save as a Philly.
Field. This one is over, and the Phillies have win number 1 of the 1991 season, and boy, did they work for it.
You know, it's a funny thing. Ball players never complain about working overtime, as long as we win. Back home, a little history lesson. So where were you when the vet opened? I was in 5th grade in West Virginia. Sorry I missed it.
Opening day, April 10th. Philadelphia opens its new Veterans Stadium. Over 55,000 fans turn out to see the Phillies host the Montreal Expo. The first ball was not thrown out, it was dropped from the Arco helicopter and caught by Phillies catcher Mike Ryan.
Irish was still up to his old tricks, and a guy who should be in the Hall of Fame, Jim Bunning, threw out the first ball in honor of 71.
Jim Bunning was the opening day hurler. And the first double play, Bunning to Boa to Johnson. Don Money slammed the first home run ever hit in Veterans Stadium. And his ball turned on Philadelphia Phil and Phyllis for the first time.
Swing a long drive. If it stays fair, it's gone. Out of here. Home run, Lenny Dykstra.
The call went to the bullpen for reliever Joe Horner. Bunning eventually got the first win as Horner put out the fire.
Imagine what they'll be saying about Roger McDowell in 20 years.
Swing ground ball shortstop. Dickey found out a big hop. Throws a low throw. Scooped by the Cruckers. And that'll end the ball game. Phillies win their home opener. 11-4.
Nick liked what he saw for a while, but then things turned sour for the Phils and rumors started flying.
Smack in the gap in right center. This will clear him. St. Louis leads it 6-3. Oh, safe at third base. As Pagnozzi slid around the tag, they had him dead to rights. Oh, wild pitch on an intentional walk, and the Cubs lead it 2-0.
On a mid-April road trip, we lost 6 out of 7, and the frustration was starting to get to us all. Then on a Sunday in St. Louis, we blew a 6-1 lead, and it all came crashing down.
Ground ball to second by, right through the legs of Reddy. That was a double play ball. Slammed, and what a grab by Kruk. They get one coming home to score. Is out, and no, he drops the ball. Coming in to score is Langford on the out at second base, and the Cardinals win it.
After 2 weeks, we were 4-9, and everyone knew Nick was on the hot seat.
I knew basically that I was on the bubble,
And I wasn't really too concerned about it, and I'll tell you why, because I really felt that this ball club had a pretty good chance of getting off to a good start. If this ball club was 9-4 instead of 4-9, that we wouldn't be standing here. You know, they've gone through this quite a few times, and they don't want to get buried early. And I hope that Jim Fregosi can come in here and turn it around.
Well, I'd just like to say that I am thrilled to death to be here as part of the Philadelphia organization. To get the opportunity to manage a major league club is indeed a thrill for me. I think this club has a nice blend of veterans and of young players. It's going to take some time, but it's well worth the time because there is a lot of talent here.
After losing his first 2 as our skipper, Jim Fregosi wasn't wasting any time the next night.
Coleman goes, the ball nearly hit the backstop.
Look at that look on Combs' face. I mean, he is just bewildered himself out there. I mean, the fans are bewildered. Here comes Fregosi, and he's going to get him out of here right now before any more damage is done because Pat Combs is gonzo.
Jim Fregosi is a communicator with young pitchers. You are seeing his best efforts at the moment.
We were down 3-0 to the Mets and Doc Gooden. You figure we're out of it? Not.
There the runners go. Kruk, line drive, left field, and one hop to McReynolds, and the tying run will score. Morandini knocks it down, and on one knee makes the play.
A 1-1 pitch. Swing and a line drive hit to right field. Dalton scores, and the Phillies lead it 4-3. Here in the 8th on the RBI single by Randy Reddy.
Broken bat to shortstop. The play is on to Randy Reddy, and this one is history. Wow. Jim Fregosi is on the books. His first National League victory as a manager.
Yeah! Nice going.
I guess one thing you learn as a manager, you don't get much time to celebrate. And the thing is, they have this little get-together every night in the manager's office, whether he's in the mood for a party or not.
It's the president calling.
Believe it.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
That ball is caught by Murphy.
Hits one toward the middle and is fielded by Dickie Font over to second, run to first, double play!
Someone reminded us that in Jim's first full year as a manager, he led the Angels to a division title.
They're going to wave him home. Here comes Dykstra. The throw. Way off the mark of the Phillies with a 1-0 lead.
Struck him out to end the ball game.
On ground ball on the right side, he goes through for a base hit. Here comes Von Hayes for the plate. Here's the throw. He slides. He is safe, and the Phillies win.
That roller coaster was going our way now, and then it was time for another bit of history at the vet.
Runners are breaking. Line drive. Triple play. A line drive. Triple play. A 4-3 triple play to end the first inning. The first at Veterans Stadium. It's never happened in this ballpark.
Well, the Phillies hadn't turned one since 1968. But poor Spikey. If he hadn't had brain luck, he could have had an unassisted triple play. Just like Bill Wambsgans in the 1918 series. Oh, you don't remember old Wamby? Well, neither did Spikey, obviously.
Spike saying, let's see. What?
Spikey, elaborate a little bit on that for us, buddy.
Well, Ricky, you know, of course, me and you were playing over there together, and we knew that anytime we can include each other, it's a lock, being from Cali. So, first and second, 3-2 count, Gwynn, line's ready. I step on the bag. I see Fernandez. I decided I was going to tag him for the unassisted. I said, oh, there's Ricky. He's a homestader. Gave it up to you for the assist. Put us both in the Hall of Fame, Ricky.
Yeah, well, thanks a lot, Spikey. You know, I'm glad that you added me to the Hall of Fame and a little, for me and you, a little home state rattle. Yeah, thank you, Spikey. Appreciate it, buddy.
More history at the old yard. Charles Barkley became the tallest grounds crew member of all time. I guess Sir Charles needed a few extra bucks. The fanatic went from the pin to a little spin with his favorite Dodger doll. I think he was just trying to get Tommy Lasorda to lighten up, but Tommy was too busy trying to figure out how to beat us in the ninth.
The drama continues.
Oh, he hit him.
Certainly did not want to do that.
You see Fragosi's face like, I really didn't want this.
The tying run is Stan Javier at second base. There are 2 outs. He is gone. Called strike 3. And Mitch Williams does the job in the ninth.
Okay, so relief pitchers are supposed to be crazy, but this guy drives everybody else crazy. We call him the Wild Thing, and believe me, it's not because of his driving.
Jim Fregosi showing the patience of Joe, but he's really at the mercy of Mitch Williams throwing strikes.
I'm just conducting an interview on what it's like when Mitch Williams comes into the game late in the game.
That pretty much says it all, gentlemen. Wild Thing will get your heart to pumping. Mitch Williams testing the patience of Jim Fregosi.
Also the heart and the mind and the stomach.
Last year at this time, Lenny Dykstra was hitting well over 400, captivating baseball with his hustle. Tonight, he and Phillies teammate Darren Dalton lie badly injured in the hospital with Dykstra facing drunk driving charges.
You know, life is so unpredictable. Things are going so good, and then you get slapped in the face. It's not a happy day.
The same day, we had to leave for a West Coast trip, and this was about as low as the roller coaster could take us. Lenny would be out at least 2 months, Darren at least a couple of weeks. It was awful hard to leave with these guys in the hospital, but at least we knew they'd be all right eventually. And we also knew this was one of those times when a ball club finds out what it's made of.
Long drive, left field. This ball is out of here. Home run, grand slammer, Ricky Jordan. Oh, brother.
And a win for Danny Cox. His first Major League victory since July the 21st in 1988.
There's a long drive. Look at that, baby. Another home run for Ricky Jordan. Wally Ritchie in here to try to get Strawberry out. Struck him out with a breaking ball.
Kruk has put it right on out of here, and the Phillies take a 3-2 11th inning lead.
We felt like we proved something on this trip, and we came back home feeling pretty good.
Here's a ball hit to the gap in right center field. It's in for a hit. Murphy comes around to score, and the Phillies beat the Cubs 1-0 in 16 innings.
Boy, will he rear back on this one. Look out. Whoosh.
Strike 3. And the Phillies have won another one here. They continue to marble and have now gone to 500.
Tommy Green doing the pitching for the Phillies this afternoon, 24-year-old, 6'5".
Just another Thursday afternoon game in Montreal. Or so we figured.
Major Leagues, Green has won 6, lost 5. Down the middle is called out on strikes, the third strikeout for Tommy Green.
Now this is the same Tommy Green who threw one into outer space the month before.
And the run scores. What happened to that?
Someone said it looked like a knockdown pitch to Manute Bol.
The wildest wild pitch I ever saw. That'll make the highlight films, won't it?
45 is in. Broken bat looper, and Tommy Green is 3 outs away from a no-hit game.
The same Tommy Green, who was a player to be named later in the Dale Murphy trade, started the season as a middle reliever and was only in the rotation at all because of an injury to Jose de Jesus.
Green picked up as many hits himself as he gave up.
Tommy Green with a no-hit, no-run game here in the bottom half of the ninth inning. He struck him out. That's strikeout number 10, and that's one down here in the ninth inning. Little chopper to third base. Rod Booker throws. That's two of them. Hard ground ball. Great grab, Green. It's over. He's pitched a no-hit, no-run game, making the final out himself. Tommy Green, a no-hitter. And he is really being mobbed by the entire Philly bench. What an effort by Tommy Green. Terry Mulholland, who pitched the last Phillies no-hitter at Veterans Stadium against San Francisco last year, one of the first ones out. That young man has to really be excited. The flight to Pittsburgh is going to be wonderful.
Well, the flight was fine, but it was all downhill from there. I don't know what it is about this place, but I can't remember the last time we won a game there.
He hits one a ton. Way back. A three-run home run for Bonilla. And the Pirates break out to a 7-1 lead.
Long drive to right center field. This one is going to end the ball game. It's out of here. For the Pirates win in 11. 4-2.
The Phils go from the euphoria of Tommy Green's no-hitter at Montreal on Thursday to being swept by the Pirates in this weekend series.
Jim Fregosi pacing.
Well, he's been very pleased basically with his ball club since he took over, but he is not pleased with them when they play the Pittsburgh Pirates. And, are the Pirates that much better than the Phillies? Who knows, but they certainly do seem to dominate them, at least early in the season. And the Phillies need to beat this team one time, to feel they can play with them.
A high chop up the middle. Fielded by Bell, double play, game over. So the Pirates have swept this series and now have beaten the Phillies 12 straight games. Pirates win.
In 10 days, we lost 7 games in the standings and fell into last place. But the truth is, Johnny Padres had to be feeling pretty good about his pitching staff. Okay, time out for a little more history. Johnny Padres was a pitcher for the Brooklyn Dodgers in 1955, before I was born, of course, when Brooklyn beat the Yankees for their only World Series win ever. Now, Johnny can't throw the changeup like he used to, but he taught his stuff to our pitchers and it worked wonders. All of a sudden, you could see more confidence in guys like Jose de Jesus.
He and Johnny Padres have a great rapport, like father-son. He's very proud of De Jesus, especially the way he's developing that breaking ball.
Tommy Green tonight has struck out 9 and walked none.
That's some pitching.
Jethro not only pitched a no-no, but he did something no one's done around here since Steve Carlton.
And Tommy Green has now pitched back-to-back shutouts.
And the Phillies brass figured one Green deserves another.
Philadelphia selects Green, Tyler S., right-handed pitcher, Wichita State University.
Lee Thomas obviously loved the looks of Tyler Green's knuckle curveball. Me too, now that I know I won't have to face him. Now, to add some perspective, when Dale Murphy was drafted, Tyler Green was 4 years old. Now, as our honorary senior citizen, Murph gets treated pretty well around here, so he's happy to contribute to the clubhouse insanity.
Hi, I'm Dale Murphy. I forgot what, and believe it or not.
Willikers! Happy governor!
Where is Boogie? Hi, I'm Dale Murphy, and believe it or not, playing big league baseball really is a dream come true.
3, 2, 1, 0!
But after all these years, I still can't catch. Hi, I'm Dale Murphy.
Dale's next hit will be number 2,000 of his long career.
Come on, Murph!
Murphy is swatting some bugs out there in front of the plate.
Believe it. He is actually trying to hit a bug with a bat.
Those good hitters see things nobody else does.
Did you see how gently he did
Yeah,
it, though?
that's right. He's not trying to hurt it.
He didn't whiffle at him. He just kind of pushed him out of the way. Fly ball out into shallow right field coming down, and it's not caught. It's a fair ball. That'll be a ground rule double for Murphy and hit number 2,000.
A big trade welcome for Atlanta's favorite son, the big guy himself, number 3, Dale Murphy.
They had a night for Murph in Atlanta this season, and it was great to see how much they still love him down there.
I'd also like to thank the Philadelphia Philly organization and my teammates now who have accepted us, accepted Nancy and I and our family, and have made us feel like part of the family up there in Philadelphia. And I know that I will be a visitor tonight, but I know that this will always be my home. Thank you.
He is one of baseball's greatest people, Dale Murphy.
Meanwhile, back at the vet, with all the injuries we had this season, Jim Fregosi said he felt like Hawkeye from MASH.
Field, and apparently Cox.
Yeah, it looks pulled the groin. Yeah, looked like it, and he knows it too.
And Randy hurt. I don't know. What did he do? He looked like he pulled a muscle or something.
It looked like he hurt his leg.
Let's see if we can see that one again.
Or was it his rib?
He's hurt.
Roger is hurt. Richie has just gotten up in the bullpen, but
I wonder if that's his back.
On leaning into that one, and the ball just kept tailing right on in, and boy, that hurts.
When the Phillies decided to have a nostalgia day, some of the guys fit right in. This was supposed to be 1957, but what do I know? I still wasn't born yet. Now there are 3 serious rock and rollers if I ever saw them.
Welcome to Nostalgia Day here at Veterans Stadium as we turn the clock back to 1957 with the uniforms and everybody dressed in 50s regalia here today. And let's look at the standings in 1957 in the National League, where Milwaukee is leading the league, but it's tough. It's a tight race. Cincinnati 3rd and the Phillies 4th. Ground ball to 3rd, could be a double play. Backman 1, relay, yes.
I think they're playing better in those uniforms, Harry. Jim Fregosi looks like Gene Mock in that uniform.
1957, Whitey, you could buy a gallon of gasoline for 31 cents. Average income for a family was $4,971.
Wow.
Slammed to deep left center field. This ball's got a chance. Out of here. A tremendous home run. Wes Chamberlain. And the Phillies have taken a 4-0 lead in the 3rd. Babe Ruth will pinch hit for the Phils. Disguised as the Krucker.
I just hope they don't start calling me the Bambino.
Well hit to deep right field. This ball's out of here. Home run, the Krucker.
That'll back Kruk up to the wall, and he makes the catch. After this would be a double play. As Morris rounded second, he had to re-tag the bag.
So what I'm wondering is, When Babe Ruth hit all those homers, did they treat him with the same kind of respect I get? Okay, fellas, tell me this. Who led the team in triples the last 2 years?
The Krucker.
I always wanted to visit Toronto.
From the Philadelphia Phillies, first baseman John Kruk.
Making the All-Star team makes you feel like a kid again. We had played more than 2 months without Lenny in the lineup, and we were all excited about his return. The press followed him everywhere, and Lenny just tried to block it all out. It was amazing, really, how much attention he got. Everyone was wondering if Lenny would be different after the accident, more subdued maybe, but we knew better. Once he put that uniform back on, it was the same old dude.
And here is the moment that many Phillies fans have been waiting for a long time.
Lenny was wondering what kind of welcome he'd get, and it's a very nice, warm welcome back.
And there goes a line drive to short center field, but it hangs up, and Brett Butler playing shallow makes the catch.
Got that out of the way. Now he can just go back to playing baseball.
Swing and a smash in the gap in right center, going all the way back to the fence, and the Dodgers now lead it by a score of 5-1 here in the second.
It was so bad that night, Uncle Bill actually left the ballpark. Too bad. He missed a pretty good game.
Ooh, this is a base hit. One run will score, but the Phils are clawing back. Steve Searcy now making his first appearance as a Phil. Just got here a little bit before game time. Ground ball to Kruk, and a heck of a job in his first appearance as a Philly, Steve Searcy. But the Dodgers, despite having the bases loaded, do not score in the fifth. Ooh, hits Collins right on the back. It took one for the team there. Bases are loaded, one out.
Here's a drive, deep right field. And it's gone. A grand slam home run by Dalton.
Back through the middle, stopped and flipped on to second base, and they got him. Baby, what a play. Thawne to Backman. And there he has his first base hit. Since coming back off the injured list, Dykstra goes head first. So much for sliding the conventional way. Murphy, soft fly ball that's dropping in a hurry in left field. Base hit. On to score the go-ahead run comes Lenny Dykstra.
Well, that's what they were hoping Lenny would do when he got back. That's be a spark plug, and sure enough, he's on, he steals a base, comes around to score.
Off the mark, this could be the ball game.
The next night, Roger McDowell, also known as the Judge, decided to pay a visit to Uncle Bill to make sure justice would be served.
It has been brought to our attention that you, club president, left the game in question in the second inning. We feel that being the head of this ball club, the club president should stay and support his ball club regardless of the outcome. And the fine for this particular front run is $250. $250?
Bring a lawyer and you fight your case, and you were found guilty.
Yes.
The fine is doubled.
Doubled?
Doubled.
Lenny Dykstra waits. He squeezes in, and the Phils have won by a score of 3-1 behind the brilliant pitching of Terry Mulholland. Dykstra will score a triple for Morantini, and the Phillies lead it 4-2. Phillies sweep the series against Los Angeles, the first Phillies sweep against the Dodgers since August of '87.
Heading back to California, we felt a little better than we did on our first West Coast trip. The pieces were starting to fit together, and we figured it was time to make a little move in the standings.
There's a
runs, and the Phillies lead it 4-1.
Hot shot, but Don has this one. The Morandini, and this ball game is over. A brilliant two-hit shutout tossed by Bruce Ruffin. Well, Jim Fregosi now riding the wings of a 5-game winning streak.
Pretty great trip so far, huh? Yeah, well, remember that roller coaster.
Take a 3-2 lead. Ricky Jordan arguing with Fleming, and now Jim Fregosi is also going to come out. It's been a hard-luck inning for Mulholland. This game's over. Dodgers win it 6-5 in 10 innings.
Bunts in the air. Murray catches it. Play to first. Double play. A disaster.
Lofted deep enough to left field to score the run. If it's fair, Chamberlain catches it in foul territory, and the game's going to be over.
Throws it away, and a run will score. Darren Dalton now has been kicked out of the game by Terry Tate. Jim Fregosi comes out, and he is out of the game.
Phillies are in last place. It seems to me they're getting dumped on a little bit.
Line drive center field. Lewis makes the catch, and this game is over. As the Giants hang on to win and sweep this series, the Phils have dropped 7 in a row. Had a good West Coast trip for the Phillies, who won the first 2 on this West Coast trip, and the Phils will look forward to getting back to Veterans Stadium.
Back at the Vet is the Wes Chamberlain Show.
This one is roped to deep left field. Way back there. It is gone. 3-run home run, Wes Chamberlain.
Long drive, left field. Out of here. Oh, brother. 2 3-run homers for Wes Chamberlain tonight. He's knocked in all 6 runs. And the Phillies lead it 6-2.
So remember that case, the People versus Uncle Bill? Well, there was a surprise ruling. The judge got sent to L.A. for Mike Hartley and Braulio Castillo. Roger was now a Dodger, but before he left, Uncle Bill made good on his debt. With Terry Mulholland in a groove, it was time to get things back on track.
Got in. The Cat strikes out. Strikeout number 7 for Terry Mulholland, who finishes with a 3-hitter.
Swing, a line drive to deep left. This ball's out of here. Home run, Dickie Thon. His second home run of the game, and the Phillies have taken a 6-5 lead here in the 11th.
He got in. Nice start for Mike Hartley, and the Phillies have passed the Expos in the standings. This one is over. Favors strikes out the side in the 9th inning, and the Phillies have won 5 in a row. Tommy Green, the winner in this one.
Popped him up. Foul might be playable. Mitch Williams has pitched out of a bases-loaded no-out jam. That's why they call him the Wild Thing. Smack just there down the left field line, going all the way to the corner. Lenny Dykstra will score. Wild Thing wins his second in this series. Phillies have completed a 4-game sweep on the road, and this 6-game winning streak now is the Phillies' longest since 1986.
After all we've gone through this season, we're about to add an amazing chapter to the Vet Stadium history book. Going for a lucky 7th in a row, we're in one of those nail-biters with the Cubs.
Slam to Charlie Hayes, double play, a great play by Charlie Hayes. This is going to be a tie ball game. First pitch, gone. Home run, Lenny Dykstra. The first pitch served up by Assenmacher, and Dykstra goes deep on it. Swing and a long drive to deep center field. It might be out of here. Grand slam! A grand slam! 11th inning home run by Dale Murphy into the seats in center, and the Phillies have won it by a score of 6-2 in the 11th.
This thing was contagious, and the next night I got in on the action.
That ball's way out here, gentlemen. Is in the seats. John Kruk, an opposite field home run to tie the game.
Base hit, left field.
For the second night in a row, we went to the 11th inning.
To Chamberlain, high drive to deep center, that's going to do it. And the Phillies have won the game.
After a lot of lean years, Phillies fans knew something special was happening now, and they got behind us in a big way. As you can probably tell, we weren't about to let this end. It was way too much fun. Next, we had one of those business person specials that fans seem to love. Danny Cox was in complete command, and if I do say so myself, we were awesome. We were due for a laugher, and this was it. 11-1 was the final, and those fighting Phils kept rolling along.
Tommy sends a drive to left field. That ball is gone! A long line drive home run by Green, and the game is tied 1-1.
Swing and a base hit to right field. Hayes scores, Don scores, and the Phillies have taken a 4-3 lead in the bottom of the 7th on the RBI double by Ricky Jordan.
Next, it was the Killer D's, the Jesus and Dalton.
Swung on and missed. He goes the other way, though, and gets to Fields at third.
Boy, that's a great play by Darren Dalton.
I'm telling you.
Swing and a line shot in the gap in right center. It's cut off by Martinez, then he fumbles it. Alex is going to try to score to throw to the plate. He scores standing, an RBI double for Lenny Dykstra.
The dude put us ahead, and the wild thing kept us there. Next, a day for the rich and not so famous.
There he goes for third.
Steve Lake.
He is indeed. Beautiful throw by Lake.
And Jim Lindemann.
In the gap in left center. Jordan's going to score. Charlie Hayes is coming to the plate. We've got a tie game. It's 3-3.
To end the ball game, the 12th consecutive win for the fighting Phils. Swing a line drive, it's a hit to right. Nicky Mann rounds third. Walker's throw, he's safe, and the Phillies lead it 2-1. Ball hit on the ground. Great grab, Charlie Hayes. Bounces the throw. He got him. And the Phillies have won 13 in a row. The lucky 13 behind the brilliant pitching of Terry Mulholland.
Now that was a ride we'll never forget. One thing I have to say, win or lose, I've never been on a team that gets along better than this one. We knew we had to fly to Pittsburgh later that night, but we weren't about to let it ruin the celebration. Back in Three Rivers Stadium. Repeat after me. There's no place like home.
He's trying to keep a winning streak going and stop a string against Pittsburgh, which has seen the Buccos win 12 straight games against the Phils. Phil's last win against Pittsburgh came on August 5th last year at Veterans Stadium.
That's a fair ball. Nice stop by Kruk. They get the out. Run scores. Tie game. The third baseman.
Oh!
He hung on to that.
Ricky Jordan, the pinch hitter, with the bases loaded, 1 out. Oh, hit him. Can get a double play.
That is unbelievable that you get a double play on a pitch like that.
And fans now are on their feet anticipating the final out of this game. They got it. Phillies' 13-game winning streak has come to a halt.
2 nights later, we finally beat the Pirates for the first time in 15 tries. Then back home the next week, we set out to prove it was no fluke. Down by a run and down to our last out, it was up to that Dickie Thon with the tying run aboard.
High fly ball, well hit left field, way back in the corner. It's gone! A 2-run home run! The Phillies beat the Pirates 6-5.
Bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the ninth, tied at 5. The 2-2 pitch, swing and line drive, hit to center field. Castillo scores. Phillies win by a score of 6-5 on a 2-out, bases loaded single by Waldo Backman here in the bottom half of the 9th inning. There's the Phillies in the executive box have the rally ties in place. Yep, there they are. Oh, bottom half of Giles just dropped down.
Dalton wins the ball game. The Phillies are 4-3 winners. Darren Dalton comes through with a base hit, and the Phillies have won their 3rd straight game in their final at bat.
It was great to see Dutch come through after all he'd been through this year, but we were about to hit another blind curve on that roller coaster.
In the air to deep right center field, and Dykstra, great running catch to end the inning, and I think he hurt himself crashing into the fence. Oh no. Lenny Dykstra saving a lot of trouble and all kinds of runs with a superb play. He hung on to the ball despite hitting that fence with great force. Uh-oh, he's hurt.
Yeah.
He's hurt. Oh, no.
Yeah, he's going right to the dugout.
Oh, no. Well, the Phillies had really been on the roll. The Phillies were playing good ball since Dykstra's return.
There were still 5 weeks left, and now we had to prove we could win without Lenny to keep another streak alive.
The 2-2 pitch, swing and a ground ball, base hit, left field. The Phillies' consecutive game-winning streak at home continues on a game-winning base hit by Charlie Hayes.
With that 10th inning hit, we tied the team's all-time record of 16 straight wins at home, and we were also on our way to a 16-9 record in extra inning games. So with all this stuff going on, another piece of history got pretty much overlooked.
3-1 pitch to Kruk and hit him. That's the first time Kruk's been hit by a pitch. The first ever.
Career, yeah.
John Kruk finally got hit by a pitch.
He knew what to do, though.
After almost 2,700 big league at-bats, no standing ovation, no ceremony, no nothing. I guess Lee Thomas kind of felt sorry for me.
We have signed John Kruk to a 3-year guaranteed contract at 7.2 today. We're very happy that we have Mr. Kruk here for the next 3 years. We think he's a winning type player, and we hope to win while he's here.
Fits how the year went. Everyone's been hurt, and I'm signing a contract on Friday the 13th, so that's kind of scary.
I think Uncle Bill liked that. The thing is, I really wanted to stay here, because with the kids we have coming up, and with our nucleus, I really think we can win here. They had a young timers game at the vet, and Dale Unser, the director of player development, had to like what he saw. The Phillies minor leagues had their best overall record since 1980. There are prospects at every level now, and Lee Thomas' strategy of stockpiling young arms is starting to pay dividends. For instance, 24-year-old Andy Ashby won his first big league game and became the first Phillies pitcher ever to strike out the side on 9 straight pitches. Shortstop Kim Batiste hit .292 in AAA and looked pretty slick in the field. And another pitcher with promise is 23-year-old Cliff Brantley, who won 2 starts in September and looked like he could help us in '92. As for '91, we still had some unfinished business. With 6 games to go, we had a real shot at third place.
2 pitch, swing, and a base hit to center field.
In the first one with the Cubs, we were up to our old tricks. That is, down to our last at-bat, trailing 5-3.
Here in the 9th inning. The stretch by Ossenmacher and the pitch. Fastball blooped into shallow right. Sandberg going out. DeCenzo coming in. Can't get it. Fastball hitting the gap in right center. It's going to fall for a hit. Here comes Castillo with a tying run. Going to third, Chamberlain. Lindemann a pinch single, and this game is tied at 5-5 on the RBI. The 1-2 pitch, swing, and a fly ball into left, not real deep. Caught by Derek May. Here comes Chamberlain. He's going to try it. He's safe at home. And the Bills have won the game 6-5 on a sacrifice fly off the bat of Wally Backman.
Oh, it's a breeze being a manager.
Phillies down to their last out. 2 men on base. That's a base hit to right field. Now watch Dawson's throw. Here's Dickey. Thought he's safe. This game is tied at 5 on a pitch single by Charlie Hayes.
With third place on the line, Bruce Ruffin took us into the 13th inning. We used 6 pitchers and 24 players that night, so it was standing room only in the video room. That matinee idol Steve Lake was back at center stage.
No! Well hit to deep left center. That'll be extra bases for the Lakers. A stand-up double for Steve Lake.
Rocky is going to get him on perch.
Slammed out the left line. That's a fair ball. This game is over. The Bills have won as Lake scores on Kruk's 4th hit of the night. He now has a career-high 92 runs batted in for the season. And the Phillies have really battled back to win this thing at Veterans Stadium. Trailing 4-0 in the first inning, win it by a score of 6-5 in 13, and now moving to third place in National League East ahead of the Mets.
With 3 games left against the Mets, we felt like we were in a pennant race.
Might want to see the boys climbing the ladder.
And talked about a lot. The Phillies would like to finish third. They would have to win 2 out of 3, pure and simple.
Got it. Big strikeout, a rising fastball. And Cliff Brantley, the youngster, gets out of the touchdown. Lindemann around third. He's heading for the plate. The Bills lead it 2-1. Great play at short by Thon. He comes up throwing it.
Heading for third. Holland safe there. The ball gets away. He's going to try to score. He is safe. And this game is tied at 4-4 on aggressive base running by Dave Holland.
You guessed it, extra innings. The Wild Thing held off the Mets, the umpire held back Dickey, and Murph came up to try and end it.
Swing and a bouncing ball, chopped softly to third, throw home safe. A great slide by Dickey Fan, and the Bills have won the game 5-4 in the bottom of the 10th.
The next day, we left it up to Terry to put a dream ending on this hard-to-believe season. Trying to wrap up third place and get his 16th win, Terry had that look as if to say, just get me 1 run, and I'll do the rest.
Pitch to Castillo, ground ball, fair, third base side. Here comes Murphy to score. The Phillies take the lead on the single by Castillo.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Holland looking in for the sign. Fans are on their feet now. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Swing, ground ball, hit the deep short. Don's going to have to hurry. Throws, he got him, and that'll end the ball game. Terry Mulholland, the 8-hit shutout of the Phillies, have clinched third place in National League East. That's quite an accomplishment by a ball club that lost their catcher, lost their center fielder for much of the season. The Phils will finish third in the East. Terry Mulholland, an 8-hit shutout as the Phillies win it 1-0.
Gentlemen, I just want to take a couple of minutes to thank you all very much. It was, considering all the problems we had with injuries, it was a very, very good year from where I sat, and I appreciate the effort. It showed a lot of determination, and we're getting close to where we want to be, and that's celebrating like they did in Atlanta last night.
I think everybody in this room knows that we're on the right track, and I think we've got a chance to win. And why not try to do it next year? That's all.
Jim Fragosi's already managed the Phillies to a third-place finish in National League East. He said before the game that John Kruk, given this last day off, will be managing the ball club. Jeffries will score, and the Mets lead it 3-0. Now the Truckers not doing a real good job of managing so far. That just does not look like a manage. There's that Kane Callis.
Good job, guys.
Jim, I've been thinking about it. You can have your job back. What a Ride has been a presentation of Halcyon Days Productions.